Good morning and welcome to the Student Sportscast. I am Adam Cook from Berks Catholic. It's a rainy Saturday morning, but baseball will prevail. It is the Kutztown Cougars at the Berks Catholic Saints. An exciting cross-divisional matchup. Berks 3, Berks Catholic, and Berks 4, the Kutztown Cougars. So we are getting underway shortly. Coach is just having a chat with the umpires. Saints ready to take the field. We just had some senior day festivities for Berks Catholic's 5 seniors. This is our first broadcast at Berks Catholic this season, and it's an exciting one. It was delayed, I believe, from April 13th, so it's been just under 2 weeks since we were supposed to have that, but instead, this is our second broadcast this week, taking place on a Saturday now. So Berks Catholic, they come into this game 10-5. They lead Berks 3 by half a game. Meanwhile, Kutztown has dropped out of the leading position of Berks 4. That is with a loss to Fleetwood last night at home. That's a game you could hear on the YouTube channel of WEU. I was on color for that game. It was a great game. Fleetwood did end up winning that one 7-1, but don't let the score convince you too much. It was a few defensive woes in the first and fourth innings, and that did end up hurting them. Meanwhile, Berks Catholic coming off of a split doubleheader at First Energy Stadium against the Reading Red Knights. So they saw a lot of baseball on Thursday. Meanwhile, Kutztown, they are in a doubleheader today. They are in a round robin with Fleetwood, who we were just talking about, and New Oxford. So Kutztown will play Berks Catholic here at 11 a.m. And then later today, they will play New Oxford back at home at 6:30. So it's a decent trek to get back up there quickly. On the mound for the Saints today is going to be Mikey Fiddler. He's one of the seniors that they talked about. 3.09 ERA this season. And Berks Catholic, with that doubleheader against Reading, the second game they had to use 5 pitchers, used 2 in the first, and as well also had a game against Hamburg the day before. So they are scarce on pitching, and they're looking to get as much out of Fiddler as they can. Meanwhile, for the Cougars, it's going to be Colton Mathias. He was named All-Division last year. Last pitched against Brandywine. Closed the game on just 1 out, on a strikeout. So, third of an inning, got it done for them. Let's look at this Cougars lineup that's going to be coming up just shortly. Still having a chat at home plate. Colin Deal is going to be at first, followed by Corey Gilbert catching. Colton Mathias, the pitcher we just talked about, hitting third. Chris Bergstrom at second. Ashton Dunn at center field. Ryan Walters hitting seventh and right. Dominic Nolt in left field, and Chase Schuler at shortstop. Berks Catholic currently ranked. So both of these teams are in District 3 3A, in which Kutztown is ranked third, Berks Catholic in fourth. So this game may have an impact on standings, and if Berks Catholic is able to put this one away at home, they have a much better chance at getting a higher seed in districts. And the Saints now taking the field for the first pitch of the game. We're going to take a little break before we see that from Fiddler. Thank you for tuning into the Student Sportscast, and we'll have the coverage continuing very shortly. Back here at Berks Catholic, we're getting ready for the advent and first pitch of this game against Kutztown. You had to wonder whether or not this game was even going to happen. It may have been delayed a second time. We have rain. It is 67 degrees here in Reading, so not terrible in terms of temperature, but rain has just been kind of softly coming down for a while. So again, looking at Fiddler, he has not he did pitch in that, he has not pitched since their match against Ole, which they lost. But he had a nice outing, went 2 1/3, had a hit, 2 strikeouts, no runs. Again, ERA at 3.09. What I was going to say about that Reading doubleheader, he did go 4 for 8, so probably a bigger asset at the plate for the Saints, but don't count him out on the mound. Now, this Kutztown offense is a pretty strong one, especially within Berks 4. Made the state semifinal just a couple years back. Colin Deal will lead off for the Cougars, and he's stepping into the box. Deal was also named All-Division in Berks 4 last season. Last recorded hit in their game against Brandywine. And we are underway. A breaking pitch on the outside, called for a strike by Fiddler. I do want to emphasize that Kutztown's stats are a little scarce to find. It's a fastball delivered on the outside, and it's quickly an 0-2 count. So, for Berks Catholic, we will have some stats for you. Kutztown, little shallower on that. Deal's going to take time out to play, and they're getting ready for this pitch. Fiddler, try to put him down here. He's getting ready. In his windup, the stretch, the pitch on the outside for a fastball. 1-2. Deal is senior, plays right and can pitch as well. Deal has pitched a solid one against Y, missing 6 1/3, allowing just 1 run. Deal hits it into right field. That's far back. It's deep, and it's caught. A bit of a scary situation, but Owen Shaw tracks it down, makes the catch kind of behind his head, but the fence is definitely pushed back at Berks Catholic, so are there some fields that may have been out? Possibly. Deal had a nice piece of it, but regardless, Fiddler has his first out of the day, and now he's going to deliver one low. Batter's going to be Corey Gilbert, the catcher. Gilbert last night went 1 for 2. Had the sole RBI of the game. Fastball goes inside, called for a strike. Denny's Rodriguez behind the plate. Nice job. And Gilbert's going to show bunt. Pulled back in time, but interesting, on a 1-1 count, on the third pitch of the at-bat is the first time he's going to show. And I wouldn't expect him to do that again. 2-1, 1 out. Working with no runners on. On the outside for a ball, 3-1 now. Rain's coming down a little bit harder now. And another strike, just tails in, catches the inside corner, just cuts in. Looked like a little break on that. And 3-2 now, counts full. Fiddler's worked his way back, but it's low and it's outside. It's called for ball 4. And the Cougars have the first base runner of the morning, should I say. Colton Mathias, he's a senior as well, also named All-Division. So Kutztown, really, a lot of their players making a name for themselves in Berks 4. Let's update this graphic on the screen. And Matthias, one out here, working with a man on first. Could be seeing some lower pitches, trying to induce a double play. It's inside, called for a strike, 0-1. Matthias, big frame, stands in. Don't exactly have his height, but easily over 6 foot. Could be 6'3". And the runner goes, and he's gunned down by Rodriguez. A big second out and no runners on. It's exactly what you're looking for behind Rodriguez for a throw, and it's a completely different inning now. 2 outs, 1-1 count to Matthias. He fouls it off, hits him. 1-2 now. Chris Bergstrom will follow, then Ashton Dunn. But Fiddler trying to end this inning here on a 1-2 count. 2 outs. And he's in his windup. The pitch. Fouled off again. It is just me on the call. Carson said is not able to make it today. No worries, though. We'll say the rain does make it a little hard to take notes, have any sheets out. It's just disintegrating. Fiddler, the pitch, curveball down the middle. Fiddler fields it to first, and there's the 3rd out of the inning. And the Saints out of it clean. We are headed to the bottom of the 1st. We are back at Berks Catholic, and Kutztown has taken the field. Saints ready to see the plate for the first time. Colton Matthias takes the mound. Again, his last outing was against Brandywine. Pitched just a 3rd to close out the game. It's all they needed from him. So Trey Stricker's going to lead off for the Saints. Now, Stricker is, one of the stars of Berks County this season, and he's known more for what he's able to do on the mound. .42 ERA. He's committed to Westchester, but at the plate, 4 for 9 in that doubleheader against Reading. Is hitting .481 with a .542 on base and 1,100 OPS. So Stricker was used in that Hamburg game on Wednesday. So that's why he's not able to be used today. Matthias getting ready. And the first pitch of the ball. First pitch of the inning, should I say. It's on the outside, catches it, but for a strike. 2-1. Fastball goes on the outside, 1-1. Stricker, one of multiple seniors that is committed to play baseball, as I said. Westchester for him. Have two going to Penn State Hazleton. That's Brock Schroeder and Mikey Fiddler. Counts 2-1 now. Denny's Rodriguez headed to Shepherd University. And right to first base, but under his glove. And Stricker's on base. E3 puts him on. And Saints looking to capitalize. And that's a little bit of what happened last night against Fleetwood. Errors just piled on. Will the Saints be able to capitalize like the Tigers were able to? We will see. Fiddler with a solid inning on the mound behind him will take the plate, trying to add something on for the Saints. Fiddler hitting .435 this season, and they're going to try to pick him off at first, but not able to. And the pitch, he's going to show bunt. Matthias trips on the mound, and they're not going to be able to make a play. Went right up the middle, but the wet conditions make him just stumble enough to not get there. And we have a little issue on the scoreboard. Let's fix that. Thank you. So runners on first and second now for Berks Catholic on some defensive mishaps, you could say. Definitely on that first play where it was bobbled by Deal at first. They're going to give Fiddler the hit. Rightfully so, I'd say. And the hitters now is going to be Rodriguez. Sias gives it just on the outside for a ball. 1-0 count. Something similar between the home fields of Berks Catholic and Kutztown. No dirt paths between home and first and home and third. It's all grass. 1-1. Nice curveball delivered on the outside. Matthias delivers high breaking ball, but it's swung at for a strike. 1-2 now. Matthias trying to put it away on this pitch. Shaw, Curly, Valiant will follow. And the windup delivers. Another curveball fouled off. A little bit of a reliance on some of these breaking pitches. Ken makes in a fastball as well. And Rodriguez stands in. Trying to put something on the board for the Saints. Up the middle on a fastball. They get one. And not two. And ball, again, Deal just not able to secure the play at first. So I'm assuming that's going to be charged as a fielder's choice. Bergstrom made the play, tagged the bag, and threw it over to first. It was a soft throw, but Deal just not able to keep it in his glove. So now, 1 out. They're going to have a courtesy runner come in. It's going to be Schroeder. Saints opting for a 9-man lineup. No DH. Schroeder not in the lineup today. So 1 out, runners on first and third. Batter's going to be Shock, who checks his swing, but he's back. It's 1-0. Lineup I did look at earlier did have 8 men. A little confusing, but thankfully now that I see it is 9. Excuse me on that check swing. It looks like He did not hold, so it's 0-1. Corrections on that. Again, runners on first and third. They're not going to send him. Gilbert, not Snyder. Gilbert has a nice arm behind the plate. 1-1 now. Fastball fouled off. 1-2. Kind of jammed him, and then he hits it to the right side. And big pitch coming up for Matthias. Matthias takes a look at first. They're not going to send him. Oh, yes, they will. And the throw down. It's bobbled at second, and the run comes in. Berks Catholic's on the board first. Another first inning of defensive woes for the Cougars. And either way, I'm not sure why they threw it down, because Stricker definitely able to make it to home. No question about it. So 1-0's our score. 1 out, 2-2 count. It's kind of a late steal. That throw definitely good enough to get him, but they drop it at second. So curveball on the outside, 3-2. It's full. So we have 2 dropped at first, and then 1 on the throw at second. So there's some quick outs. Called for a strike on the lower half of the plate, and that's the second out of the inning. It's a big one. The run is not going to be charges earned on Matthias, of course, because of Stricker reaching base on the air. The hitter is going to be Aiden Curley. He's going to see a ball on the outside, 1-0. Curley this season, 262 average, 353 on base. Fouls it off to the right side. Curley went 2 for 7, had an RBI and a double in that doubleheader against Reading. Also pitched, allowed 2 runs over 4 innings in the first game. He's a junior and was named honorable mention in Berks 3. Curveball finds the plate, 1-2. Matthias trying to put it away, limit the damage here. There is still a runner on second. And the pitch, fastball low. 2-2 in the dirt. Matthias, 2-strike count, delivers. Called for strike 3, and that's going to end the inning. Matthias, not quite out of it clean, but out of it the best to his ability. Saints lead 1-0. We are headed to the top of the second inning. Thank you all for listening to the Student Sportscast. Cougars return to the plate. Fiddler returns to the mound. And the Student Sportscast returns to the air. Chris Bergstrom's going to be the leadoff hitter for the Cougars this inning. Bergstrom was honorable mention in Berks 4 last season. And Fiddler's going to deliver his first pitch. The fastball called for a strike. Fiddler, that's his 16th pitch so far this morning. So 15 pitches for the first inning. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Called for a ball. 1-1. Meanwhile, Matthias, 22 so far. Not exactly ideal for Kutztown, who has another game. Used 2 arms last night. Curveball drilled into left field. It's back, but it's not deep enough. It's made. Victor Mejia there for the catch. Gets under it, and that's the first out of the inning. And rain, there's not really much indication that it's getting better. Thankfully, big shout out to my mother who helped invest in a little tent specifically for my equipment. So I'm in the cold rain, but the equipment's fine. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to do this stream. So thank you, Mom, for listening and making that possible. First out shows bunt. It's down the right side, and he's gonna miss the tag. A nice bunt by Ashton Dunn, and that is the effect to which the first base line, being grass, has. It just kind of dies, and trying to make the play, first baseman, that is Disapatina just not able to get there and apply the tag. So 1 out, but Cougars have, this is the second inning that they do have a base runner. First pitch is in the dirt to Ryan Walters. Walters went 2 for 2 in a game a couple days ago against Brandywine. Scored 2, drove in 1. Fiddler in his windup, the pitch, fastball, called for a strike. 1-1. Again, 1 out. Saints lead 1-0. We're in the top of the second at Berks Catholic. It's popped up in right field. Shaw called off by Flom. Flom makes the catch, and that's the second out of the inning. Two outs now for Fiddler, trying to work out of it. Not paying much attention to the runner at first, just working on the batter. Speaking of that, it's Elliot Knutson. Knutson had a solid outing last night against Fleetwood in relief. Did not allow a run. And they're going to try to pick him off at first. It's not in time. Was scored as an infield hit for Dunn on the bunt. So that's their first. Fastball down in the middle of the plate, called for a strike. 0-1. Fiddler now taking a look and try to pick him off. Back in time. Knutson playing third today. He's just a sophomore. Olsen can catch. And he fouls it off behind the plate. 0-2 now. Fiddler just away. a strike away from ending the inning. He goes back to the mound, kicking his cleats against the dirt, trying to make lemonade out of the lemons that he's given today. And those lemons, of course, are poor condition. And the pitch to the left side and through for a single. The shortstop Stricker shifted too far to his left and it came to his right, not able to get back in time, and he's down and he's in pain. Had to lay out. Good effort on the play, trying to correct his movement, but he's slow to get up. He still hasn't. Now he does. And I think they're going to take a look at him. Looks like Stricker's all right. And it looks like the coaches and trainers are going to walk off. Stricker's going to take a few steps, feeling out his left. It looks like his left leg in pain. And Fiddler's going to return to the mound. And Dominic Knowles going to step in the batter's box with runners on first and second now on the single that leaked past shortstop. 2 outs. Fiddler trying to end it here. No damage. No, picks off second. That's a close one, but he's safe. Not a very conventional move, and Stricker with the catch and tag. And he looks like he's moving all right down there. And it's a wild pitch below the legs of Rodriguez, and the runners move up. Nolt with a much better position. Force out is only in effect at first, and now he has 2 runners in scoring position. 1-0 is the count on the wild pitch. Again, 2 outs. Saints have a 1-run lead. Fiddler trying to keep it here. Looks him down. In his windup. He kicks. He deals. Fastball called for a strike. 1-1. Big comeback pitch there. Nolt takes time. He's just a freshman. And we have time again from the umpire this time. Counts 1-1. Infield shifted a little back. And up to third base. And he's going to make a nice throw. Great play by Curley at third. Takes it away from Stricker right in front of him at shortstop. And Fiddler, he's hyped up. He's out of the inning clean. And we will see what the Saints can do to try and capitalize in the bottom of the second. It's soaking wet, but still a great day for baseball. When is it not? When when do you not want to see a good baseball game? And it's good not only because it's America's pastime, but because we have two teams in a pretty high stakes matchup in Berks Catholic and Kutztown. Colton Mathias returns the mound, curveball at the letters, called for a ball. The hitter is going to be Dom Valent. He hits it to the left side. Plays made at third, delivered to first for the first out of the inning. Easy play by Knutson, and puts away Valent quickly. Victor Mejia will step in the box, sees a fastball on the outside. Mejia this season, 268 average, swings at that one for a strike, 1-1. 268 average, 362 on base, and 630 OPS. Another curveball comes in, just not gonna. It's gonna be a little too high. 2-1, 1 out. No shift on Mejia. As standard as a defensive alignment as you will ever see, and that's called for a strike. Mejia looked a little late on that curveball. A little early, actually. 2-2, 1 out. And he gets ready. Then the pitch. Fastball on the outside. Just didn't get it, and that makes the count full. 3-2 to Mejia. Disabatino will follow, and he will hit with a runner on first. Mejia draws the walk. Now talking about Gio Disabatina Jr. 219 average, 324 on base, 543 on OPS. Again, if you don't know what OPS is, on base plus slugging, and he shows bunt, pulls back, but it's called a strike anyways. And the pickoff attempt unsuccessful. Looked like Disabatino was going to show bunt again. Another pickoff attempt. Out of the blue on that one. Mathias looked like he was about to get ready for his windup. Just random throw on the second straight attempt. Just unsuccessful. Bunt attempt. Pulls back for a ball. 1-1. Disabatino has stolen 6 bags this season. Won't really matter if there's a runner in front of him. And the hit and run proves unsuccessful, 1-2. Mejia had a nice jump on it, but Disabatino fouls it off to the right. So 1-2, and he's down in a hole with a 2-strike count. Thias getting ready, and the pitch. Fouled off again. Thias, a quick windup, I would say. And that's what helps him with his pickoff attempts, just has not been able to catch Mejia sleeping. And he tries again. Just not successful this time again. Mejia, nice job sliding back in. And front of his jersey's definitely getting dirty by now. 1-2, the pitch. Fouled off again to the right. Umpire behind home looking for baseballs. Couldn't imagine that most of them fouled off behind the plate are staying very clean. Big play. Mejia trying to steal, and he's gunned out by a mile. and throw him out double play, and Kutztown's finally coming off the field, a little confused. Kutztown stayed on the field for a little longer, preparing for another batter, but nope, strike him out, throw him out, double play, ends the inning. And Matthias out of it clean. We will see you in the top of the third inning. Cougars trying to tie it up. Back here at Berks Catholic, Fiddler returns to the mound for the top of the third inning. Couple of results from yesterday that we want to go over. Not presented by, but provided by Spotlight on Berks Sports. Jim Berkman does a great job with that. I've been working with him for a couple of years now. So, Antietam beats Lincoln Leadership 18-3. Exeter wins at home 4-0. Ole Valley beats Schuylkill Haven 7-9. That's a big one, but just is not going to help them in the league. Hempfield beats Governor Mifflin in 9 innings, 3-2 on a 3-run home run. That's an interesting one in a battle of state champions that are returning. It is Governor Mifflin's first loss this season. They are a pretty stacked team, and we've seen that a couple of times. We will see them next week as well. We will see them as well as Berks Catholic in the Berks Baseball Showcase on Wednesday. Again, as we said, Fleetwood beats Kutztown 7-1, and Muhlenberg wins in 8 innings over Penn Manor. Fiddler's first pitch is called for a ball on the outside. Goes past Rodriguez at the plate. And the hitter is going to be Chase Schuler. Fiddler getting ready for Schuler. The pitch. Fastball just low, not in for a strike. 2-0. Schuler was named an honorable mention in Berks 4 last season. Plays a couple of positions. Reps number 11, Fiddler, delivering, and that's called for a strike. That's a nice break on it, 2-1. And it's fouled off. Fiddler with a nice fastball, gets him swinging, and just not able to put that fair. And it's 2-2 now. So Fiddler's worked back down in a 2-0 hole. And now he's made a 2-strike count. Looking to put him away here. The pitch. Fastball fouled off again behind the plate. Schuler is the 9 hitter. We will see Deal Gilbert Matthias after him. Again, 2-2 is the count. Saints lead 1-0. It's a fragile lead. Cougars looking to change that. Fiddler looking for a good start to the inning. And he kicks. He deals. Fastball right down the middle. Rodriguez feels it. It's just in foul territory behind the plate. Rodriguez, a nice jump on it. Schuler, no intention of running to first, and the ump just calls it out. So, Pretty nice break for Schuler. He'll have another chance to hit. It's hard to see the plate with all the dirt on it right now. They were working on the mound in a couple of bases just before we went back on air. 2-2, curveball way high. Had a nice break, just broke two up. Almost at Schuler's head, actually. So now the count's 3-2. Schuler, a big pitch coming to him now. Fiddler delivers. He hits it to the left side. Curley delivers across the diamond for the first out of the inning. Fiddler works a nice at bat and gets the out. We're at the top of the Kutztown lineup. It's Colin Deal. He's 0 for 1 today so far. Curveball. Nice break. Just finds the zone. 0-1 count. Fiddler today so far has allowed just 2 hits and 2 1/3. No strikeouts. Deal briefly shows bunt but pulls it back in just a moment's notice. And 1-1 count now, 1 out. Fiddler has thrown 38 pitches. 25 of them have been called for strikes. And now that number's not going to change. That's a ball. So 2-1 count to Deal. Beautiful fastball in the middle of the zone, and now it's 2-2. Deal no desire to swing at that one, and now that's going to put him down to a 2-strike count. Fiddler delivers. He has to swing at it. Stricker on a 1 bounce, delivers to first, and it's past the first baseman's head, and it's out of play. Stricker, that ball took a while to get to him. Using that arm, I mean, one of the quicker throws that you'll see from a shortstop in high school baseball, but it's just low and it bounces past Disabatino at first. So the decision to throw it from Stricker is going to put Deal on second. There's a runner in scoring position now, completely changes it. And now there's just 1 out, and Kutztown looking to drive Deal in. The hitter's going to be Gilbert, the catcher. He's 0 for. He walked today, so no at-bats to talk about. 1-0 is the count. And Fiddler kicks, but looks behind him. Trying to keep Deal at second base. Rodriguez does have the arm to gun him at third, especially with a shorter distance. Gilbert fouls off a nice breaking ball. 1-1. Saints wearing gold and white today. Kutztown in their away gray uniforms. Think for Kutztown, Colorado Rockies, but replace the purple with navy. 1-1. Not sure exactly what Gilbert was doing in the back. Kind of looked like it was wanted to bunt, but doesn't put it out there. 2-1. It was on the outside. Deal with a nice lead at second. Gonna take a look back at him. No throw. Fastball brushes Gilbert off at the plate. It's 3-1 now. Flom at second is ready for a throw from Fiddler if he desires to throw it back. Interestingly enough, a walk in this position for Fiddler, I would not give Gilbert anything good to hit here. First and second versus just second doesn't change much. It actually may help the Saints to have the option to tag out at any base. So 3-1. Fiddler does give him one down the middle. And it's high. It's behind the plate. Rodriguez makes the catch. And a big second out. So, I will say I was wrong on that. Did give him a nice fastball, but he's way under it. Fiddler also chasing in to make the catch, but Rodriguez is there to get the job done. Now there's 2 outs in this inning. Matthias, who couldn't really control the run that came across the plate in the bottom of the first. Now the pitcher looking to make up for that at the plate. And it's going to be fouled off to the right side. 1 strike. Again, they're looking for more baseballs. Not exactly ideal with rainy conditions to have a good arsenal of reserve baseballs on hand, but regardless, we'll continue playing. 1 strike count, 2 outs, runner on second, that is deal. Rain has slowed, not much more coming down. Hopefully it stays like that. Pitch caught by Disapatino at first on a liner. And that's the 3rd out of the inning. Great play, great awareness by Disapatino. And we are headed to the bottom of the 3rd. Fiddler's out of it clean. Bottom of the 3rd coming up. Matthias returning to the mound. He's had a pretty nice outing by all standards. Has gotten a little unlucky, just like some of their pitchers did get last night. Matthias so far today has thrown 36 pitches, 22 of them for strikes. Has only seen 8 batters over 2 innings. Has just 1 hit, 1 run that was unearned, 1 walk, and 3 Ks. Not really surprising that a guy of his height and size is throwing it in hard for strikes consistently. Hitter's going to be Flom. Flom sees a pitch just on the outside part of the zone, 0-1 count. Flom this season, 172 average. And quickly, he's down 0-2 on a foul ball. Flom has also thrown 9 1/3 on the mound. And the pitch in the dirt, 1-2. Flom Jr., 297 on base. Not exactly sure who each team will turn to in the event of bullpen action. Both teams looking to avoid that. Curveball up and inside, swung at in strike 3. First out of the inning by Matthias, and a great curveball just gets him. Not many hitters able to hit at that part of the zone, especially on a curveball. You see up and in, usually you're going to see a fastball, but beautifully dotted curveball there. So we're at the back at the top of the lineup for Berks Catholic. For the Saints, it's number 18 is Stricker. He's going to foul it off to the right side. 1 strike count quickly. Stricker's 0 for 1 today. Reached via error. Did end up scoring the Saints' only run. 1-1 count. Matthias kicks and deals. A curveball to the right side. It's fair. It's down the line, and it's going to be in for extra bases. Sliding in for a double is Stricker, and the Saints, a big hit there. Just roped it over the head of Deal at first, into right. Walters got to it decently quick, but no questions whether or not Stricker was able to make it there. Fiddler looking to capitalize. He has a hit on the day. Stricker also entered this game with 6 stolen bags, stole another one. Fiddler gets it out to Matthias, and Matthias is going to make the play. But Fiddler does move up Stricker to third base, and he's just 90 feet away from scoring. 2 outs now, though, so Matthias with a chance to put it away clean. Denny's Rodriguez, the catcher, steps in. He's 0 for 1 today. The righty's going to see a pitch in the dirt. It bounces away from Gilbert at the plate, but not far enough for Stricker to even consider coming home. 1-0 is the count. 2 outs again. Bottom of the third. Saints lead 1-0. Matthias kicks and deals. The pitch. Back behind the plate. It's foul. 1-1. Again, Rodriguez, a nice season at the plate. 385 average, 1134 OPS. Reaches base just over 54% of the time. Nice frame by Gilbert. And a beautiful strike on the corner. 1-2. And now Matthias, a chance to end it. Deals. Curveball. It's a nice one. It gets a pop-up into center field. Dunn is tracking it. But Bergstrom actually makes the catch. Either way, it's going to end the inning. So a double by Stricker down the line. Gets him in scoring position, but not much concern because Matthias works out of it. And we are headed to the top of the fourth. It's still a 1-run ball game in favor of Berks Catholic. If you haven't noticed by now, Adam Cook Journalism, my little brand, it's more of a social media website kind of look, has unveiled a new set of branding, new logo. So if you look to the left of the screen, that is what it looks like. We have a couple variations in different colors, a circular version as well. It's very exciting stuff. So still not much branding behind the Student Sportscast, but the stream is able to speak for itself. So Fiddler returns the mound. It's a ball on the outside. And another one, 2-0 to the hitter. That is number 12, Bergstrom. Again, top of the fourth, 2-0 count. Berks Catholic leads by 1. And it's fouled off for the first strike of the at-bat. Bergstrom today 0 for 1. Put in play, just not able to reach base. Fiddler, the pitch. It's fastball low, 3-1. Fiddler's got good stuff today. Would not be surprised if he's utilized more on the mound. Fastball on the outside, called for a strike, and now it's full. Bergstrom ready to go to first on a walk, but umpire says otherwise, and it's 3-2. Rain is picked back up a little. Not ideal. Nice breaking ball, fouled off behind the plate, 3-2. The count stays full. Bergstrom into right field. They're tracking it. Who's going to catch it? It falls between Flum and Walters, and a defensive miscommunication puts Bergstrom on, and Cougars tying run is on first now. Go ahead is at the plate. And usually you'd hear that said towards the end of the game, but with the pitchers performing how they do, a go-ahead run here could be the deciding factor in this one. So no outs. Fiddler working here. Here's going to be Dunn, the lefty. Just foul on the ground on the first base line. So Fiddler out in the count already, 0-1. Dunn today is 1 for 1. Did reach base on a single. Again, he's a senior. He was named honorable mention in Berks 4 last season. Whenever you think of A. Dunn, you're usually going to think of Adam Dunn, but is Ashton Dunn going to be able to produce like Adam Dunn did for the White Sox and Reds? And interesting play there. It's an outside pitch. Rodriguez throws it behind Bergstrom at first, but it's not going to get him. Kind of pitched out. Try to get him back door. Bergstrom a little off balance as well, but he's back. They're trying to pick him off again. No worries there. 1-1's the count. Fiddler, 3 hits allowed today, no runs. Just 1 walk and still without a strikeout. Fastball goes low. 2-1. A couple of hits allowed is not surprising when you have a guy that's not tallying strikeouts. And a hit and run, beautifully done. Runner goes to third. Bergstrom is in there and done. Beautifully perfected. They had Flom trying to get the runner at second, so he wasn't in position to make the play, and it just goes right in the hole there and leaks into the outfield. So Kutztown, a big spot here. No outs, runners on first and third. The hitter's going to be Walters. Walters so far today 0-1, 0-4-1. Again, he's just a freshman, but he's making a name for himself with the Cougars. Knutson will follow, and then Nolt and Schuler. You have to wonder what Fiddler's thinking, how he wants to get out of this. Curveball high, that's not going to do it. 1-0. Fiddler in his windup. He kicks and deals. Shows bunt, and it's a beautiful one. Safe at home. And they send Bergstrom home. Fiddler tries to make the play in front of him to Rodriguez, who just couldn't apply the tag in time. It was a close one, but ultimately it ties up the game, and the Cougars still with runners on first and second. It's a scary position for Berks Catholic, but a good one for Kutztown. Dunn is 2 for 2 now and is at second. Walters 0 for 2. Not sure. I'm guessing they called that a fielder's choice. And another bunt is shown, but that's high and behind the plate. Knutson goes down 0-1. He's 1 for 1 today. That run is earned on Fiddler. No surprises there. Again, count 0-1. Working to Knutson. Kicks and deals, shows bunt again, and it's just foul on the third base line. Exactly where you want in terms of distance from the plate, but too far left puts it foul. A lot of small ball from this Kutztown offense so far today. We're not afraid to show bunt. We're also not afraid to make some substitutions. Not be surprised to see them come down. 2-strike count. He's still going to bunt, and he's down on strikes. And they're still going to send the runner. So Dunn's there at third. I think Berks Catholic was a little confused on that one. So Fiddler gets his first out of the inning. He has runners on the corners to worry about. The hitter's going to be Nolt, 0 for 1 today. Not exactly sure why they'd have him show bunt on a 2-strike count, no balls. Didn't even make contact with the ball. And that's why they were ultimately able to steal third on that play still. They had Dunn going, and he didn't stop. 1 ball, 0 strikes is the count, 1 out. Shows bunt again, but he's brushed off 2-0. And I think something interesting about this Kutztown approach to bunting, they're not usually doing it on without a count. Usually doing it on a 1-0 or even 0-1 count. It's when they start. Shows again, pulls back, 3-0. Fiddler risks loading the bases with another ball. Throws strikes just about 2/3 of the time today. And they're going to show Bond again on 3 strikes. It's called for the first strike they've had. It's 3-1, but Newton there to steal second. So now runners in scoring position on second and third. And now you have to wonder if Fiddler's even going to throw it in the zone or even going to attempt to. Schuler will follow, then Deal and Gilbert. And the pitch. It's ball 4. So not surprisingly, he doesn't give him anything to hit. Loads the bases now. Now they can make a play anywhere they want. Infield shifted well in to hopefully get the out at home. The hitter's going to be Schuler, as I said. Schuler's 0 for 1 today. And he's going to hit into center field. It's kind of shallow. And he makes the catch, and a nice throw. Kind of sails above Rodriguez's head, but he's going to be there. Great effort by Valent to prevent the runner from coming home on the pop out to center. Dunn thought about it, but pulled back when he saw a nice throw sailing into Rodriguez. He probably would have been in position if it were to go over Rodriguez's head, but still a tie game, 2 outs. And we are at the top of the lineup. It's Deal. He's 0 for 2 today, trying to change that and add on for Kutztown. Kicks and Deal, fastball on the outside, not going to catch the zone. 1 ball, no strikes. And bases are loaded. Deal just looking for an out. Any way he can get it. And it's a strike called on the outside corner of the plate. It's 1-1. Fiddler likely not afraid to let him put it in play, trusting his defense behind him. Fiddler, he deals. To left side, Stricker makes the play, delivers across the diamond, and Disabatino gets the scoop at first, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. A little scary on that end. It looked like the ball it was almost going to hit the runner coming from second, but it gets to Stricker, and he delivers to first. A little low, but regardless, they get the 3rd out of the inning. But not before Kutztown puts one on the board. We are tied and headed to the bottom of the 4th at Berks Catholic. They have some nice music playing here at Berks Catholic, I will say. A little less repetitive than some of the copyright-free stuff we got going, but regardless. That's sailed into left field. It's way back. And it's not going to be made. And a stand-up leadoff double for Owen Schock. Schock just sailed that out there. Didn't carry far enough to get to or over the fence, but just over the head of the left fielder, Knoll. And Schock, the go-ahead run is on second base, and it's on quickly. Aiden Curley's at the plate now. In the 5 hole, he's 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. Solid lead for Schock at second. Fastball goes high, 1-0. Something else I wanted to touch on. Berks Catholic's prom was last night. They did have the day off, and then they did go to prom. So some of them likely a little tired. Especially when they have a game the next day pretty early. 2-0 now. Fastball on the inside, fouled off to the right. Jammed Curley on that, the righty. Curley, a junior at number 22, was named an honorable mention last season. He's hitting .262 with a .353 on base. Matthias delivers on the outside. It's 3-1. Doesn't look like there's much bullpen action from either team. And why would there be? A nice piece of contact by Curley, but it's out to Knoll in left field, and shallow enough for him to make the play this time. The first out of the inning. Came off the bat very nice, and probably aided by the fact that left field, the wall, is far, far back. Really the only place you're able to hit a home run is out to center, where there's a green wall that's decently shallow. It's a pretty average depth there, but outside of that, which stretches for a decent portion of the field, there's really not much fence to look for. It's 1-0. Matthias is delivering to Dom Valent. He has a walk today. 1 out. And that's the first strike of the at-bat. 1-1. He's swinging on an outside fastball. Curveball right down the hole on the right side, except no, it's picked up and the play is made. Wow, a nice effort by Bergstrom to recover and make it. It looked like it was going to go through between him and Deal. But Bergstrom, the ball died a little bit in the dirt, enough so that Bergstrom able to get in front of it and make the play just in time to get the out. So that does move up. Schock to third base. Victor Mejia looking to drive him in just 90 feet away. Fastball goes outside, 1-0. You got 2 outs now. Matthias, nice break into the zone, 1-1. Look possibly like a 2-seamer, actually. That definitely had break, but broke too far out, 2-1. Again, we are in the bottom of the 4th inning. A little bit over halfway through this one. Mejia fouls it back, 2-2. Matthias looking to put it away here. Keep it a tied ball game. He looks him down. Shakes off that call. Says yes to the next. And delivers. It's a fastball high, swinging for strike 3. 3rd out of the inning, and the Saints unable to capitalize on the leadoff double. And Kutztown will return to the plate for the top of the 5th inning. Thank you to everyone for listening to the Student Sportscast on this Saturday morning. Welcome back to Berks Catholic. We're in the top of the fifth inning. Fiddler will return to the mound for Berks Catholic. Just in case you were wondering, Berks Catholic did win this game last season. They won 12-8. They beat Kutztown after scoring 7 runs in the third inning. They let it get away from them then. So Fiddler went 3 for 4 in that game. Stricker went 2 for 4. Both teams lost in the opening round of the Berks tournament. Again, Kutztown ranked 3rd in District 3 3A. Berks Catholic just trailing them at 4th. So Fiddler, he's in, and he has a nice breaking ball for strike 1. The hitter is going to be Gilbert. Gilbert 0 for 1 today. Did walk as well. He has an 0-1 count working against him. Fiddler delivers. Curveball just catches the top of the zone near his belt, and 0-2 is now the count. Fiddler, 1 strikeout today, 2 walks, just 1 run was earned, 4 hits in 4 innings. Curveball breaks, just not enough. 1-2, and that's the 3rd curveball of this at bat. Fiddler getting ready. 1-2 count. Fouled off behind the plate. Matthias will follow. Bergstrom done. And Fiddler delivers. Fastball out to left field, and it's in for a single. Gilbert with his first hit of the day reaches base for the 2nd time, and Kutztown in business early. It's Fiddler's 78th pitch. 49 of them have been strikes, and you gotta wonder, how much longer is he able to go? Got no bullpen action, it doesn't seem, from either team. Fiddler also was part of the state championship appearance basketball team that Berks Catholic had back this winter. Right after that game, they had a matchup with Fleetwood the very next game. Or very next day, should I say. 0-1's the count. Matthias is at the plate. He's 0 for 2 today. Fiddler, the righty, takes a look at first. Curveball too high. Brushes off Matthias at the plate. It's 1-1. Again, we will see this Berks Catholic team next week. It'll be at 4:15 on Wednesday at the West Lawn Owls. They'll be playing Why Missing in the Backyard Brawl. Rodriguez, pitch goes past him, and an easy stolen base for Gilbert. And Gilbert going to steal 3rd now. Rodriguez just not able to maintain the ball, and Gilbert takes advantage. 2-1's the count. So Gilbert already was going to 2nd, was in before the pitch was even thrown past Rodriguez. And Rodriguez caught sleeping, maybe? Hard to describe, but either way, Gilbert capitalized, and he's a 3rd now. Matthias swings at that breaking ball in the dirt. 2-2's the count now, and Fiddler with a chance at his first out ahead of him. Still none so far. Matthias chopped down the middle. 3rd baseman is going to make the play. Delivers it across the diamond. A nice throw by Aiden Curley. Fiddler, Curley, and Stricker all looking to make it, but again, it was Curley. Taking a look at Stricker, his jersey, definitely dirtier than the others with some of the diving plays that he's had to attempt in the field. Does not seem to be an issue with his leg. Checking up from earlier. So there's one out. The batter is now going to be Bergstrom. Bergstrom today, he's 1 for 2, scored their only run. Fastball blazed in for strike one. Gets him swinging. Bergstrom went 1 for 3 last night. Pitches in the dirt, but stopped by Rodriguez. 1-1, 1 out. Shows bunt. A beautiful bunt, just foul. Mere inches away from scoring the go-ahead run. Gilbert was there to score it if it was fair. Bergstrom likely would have been safe at first. And again, that's what we're talking about with Kutztown opting to bunt in unexpected situations. On a 1-1 count, you would not usually see the first bunt of the at-bat, but they try it, and they are inches away from success. 1-2's the count. Wouldn't count them out from showing it again, but it's unlikely. Does not, and he fouls it off behind the plate. 1-2, the count stays. Fiddler, a big second out ahead of him. Just needs a strike to do it. He kicks. He deals. The pitch. It's high fastball. Fouled off behind the plate. 1-2 still. And it will be done to follow. Who is 2 for 2 today? Not a good spot for Fiddler. Trying to work out of this jam. Curveball into center field, and they're not going to tag him. Valen, a nice catch coming in, and then throws it right home to Rodriguez. And Gilbert, who had a solid lead, was not able to tag on it. Not sure if he would have been able to either way. It was relatively shallow. It doesn't even make the attempt. It was just too far out. Thought it was going to fall in, but it does not. And another unlucky break for Kutztown. Dunn is up now. Again, he's a lefty. He's 2 for 2 today. And he's going to foul it off to the left side, out of play. 0-1. A nice start to this at-bat from Fiddler. Fiddler not really able to control the runner on third. Did allow that hit to Gilbert, but advanced 2 bases on 1 play. And he's going to chop it over to first. And Disabatino makes the tag, and that's going to end the inning. Fiddler out of the clean. We are headed to the bottom of the inning. Patino stands in, trying to get something started for Berks Catholic. Sees the ball on the outside. He put away the top of the inning on defense for the Saints, but now he's trying to get something going. 2-0 is the count now. Fastball's just not able to find the zone. Matthias stands in. He's still pitching. And fastball just catches the inside of the zone. 2-1. We're talking about making lemonade out of lemons. Got a nice little pickup wiffle ball game. I don't even know if you can call it wiffle ball. Playing with a tennis ball, so doing what they can. Tennis field just off to our right. Wiffle ball game going off to our left, and that ball's fouled off. 2-2. And 2-strike count. Patino lines it to center, and it's caught. Dunn trails in, makes the play, and that's the first out of the inning quickly. Caleb Tobin stands in as the pinch hitter. He's in for Flom. Flom, who was in the 9-hole, is now replaced. Tobin is a junior, wearing the number 27. He's a lefty. He's got some decent size to him. Pretty active batting stance. Stands tall, though. Rests the bat on his shoulder. Fastball goes high, 1-0. And the pinch hitter lines it out to left field. It's high, but it's caught. Just kind of died out there. Nolt there to make the play. And 2 quick outs. Matthias, no struggle there. Matthias, 70 pitches so far today. No earned runs on just 3 hits in 4 2/3. Trying to get out of this one. 5 strikeouts so far and 44 strikes out of his 70 pitches. If you can get out of this one quickly, might be able to stay in for another inning or 2. Stricker's at the plate. He's 1 for 2. Fouls it off behind him. It's 0-1. Scored their only run of the day. And lined into right field for a base hit. And the Saints trying to pull out a two-out rally, and Stricker gets it started. Stricker's now 2 for 3. Again, he has a stolen base today. So this season he's up to 7. Not be surprised if they send him with Fiddler at the plate. Fiddler, he's 1 for 2, and of course he's a great hitter. 435 average. Fiddler himself has stolen 8. Schroeder had the other stolen base today, and they're going to try to pick him off. No success there. Brushes him off at the plate for a ball, 1-0. Get 2 outs. Stricker with a solid lead. It's not going to go. Fastball high, fouled off, 1-1. For the Saints, Fiddler's thrown 5, has also thrown 91 pitches. Not sure if we should expect him to come back in. Stricker's going, but it's fouled off, so it doesn't matter. 1-2 count now. Matthias trying to put it away here. Fiddler doing what he can. Well, he's still in the... He will probably remain in the game, I'm assuming. But probably not on the mound. Stricker's going. It's low. And the throw gets past shortstop, and Stricker's in. in scoring position. 2-2's the count. Pitch not really close to going, and not exactly what you want behind the plate for Gilbert to pop up and quickly make a throw. It wasn't a bad throw at all. Could have actually gotten Stricker, but goes past the glove of Schuler at short. So a much different position for Fiddler. He's still working with 2 strikes. Matthias trying to get that 3rd strike. Delivers. It's a high fastball. Gets him swinging and the inning's over. Tie ball game at 1-1 still, and we are headed to the 6th inning. If you are interested in listening to the call of Kutztown's game from last night, that will be archived on WEU Sports very shortly. Again, the Student Sportscast is a separate entity under my own branding, Adam Cook Journalism. When we have a pitching change for the Saints, it's going to be Flom who comes in. That is why he was out of the lineup, was pinch hit for. So Flom with a sidearm delivery, has some nice break on his curve. Has thrown 9 1/3 in 5 different appearances in relief. 3 ERA, and they're looking to have him go the distance. Last threw in the 2nd game of the doubleheader against Reading, and in a game where most of the Saints struggled on the mound, he was an outlier. He threw 2 innings, struck out 5 of 6, allowed just 1 hit and no runs. The junior Flom gets ready. He will see Ryan Walters at the plate, the freshman. Delivers a fastball, fouled behind the net, and that is not going to be retrieved. Not helping the scarcity of baseball situation, that's for sure. Walters today 0 for 2. Did have an RBI, though. Believe that was on an error. And it's fouled off again. 2-strike count. Big spot for Henry Flom. Not necessarily this at bat, though. We'd love to get him down on strikes. This whole inning, he's got to keep him scoreless and hope that the Saints can rally at the plate. And the pitch breaks. It's into center field. Who's going to be under it? It's going to be the second baseman. It's going to be Tobin at second. Actually, no, it's going to be Fiddler who's now in at second base. That's where Fiddler moved. Swapped out with Flom. Again, they wanted to keep Fiddler in the lineup. 1 out now. Fastball to the right side of the or left side of the field. Curley there to make the play easily. 2 outs in the inning now. Puts down Knutson easily, and that's a big out. Knutson was 1 for 2, now 1 for 3, and he's going to see Dominic Nolt 0 for 1 with a walk. And Flom could make this a very quick, easy inning. It's low, fastball in the dirt, 1-0. Nolt also a freshman. He's in left field. Where's number 5? Flom steps off for a second. He's ready. He's back in his windup. He kicks and deals. The pitch on the outside, 1-2-0. Weather is completely subsided. No more rain coming down. And I think all of us here at Berks Catholic can appreciate that. Curveball in, first strike of the at-bat, 2-1. Just caught the upper inner edge of the zone. Schuler will follow, then Deal and Gilbert. And 2 outs. Flom trying to end this inning here. Popped up to the right side. Is Disapatino able to make it? No. It goes out of play, hits the top of the dugout. 2-2 though. Big strike for Flom. Now he's ahead of count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Rodriguez, he's getting in behind the plate. Nolt digs in, and Flom in his windup. He gets ready, delivers. Breaking ball just misses high. 3-2. Counts full. Beautiful break, just not called there. Flom has another chance to get him. It's 3-2. And he delivers. Fastball fouled off to the left side, ripped down the line, just not fair. Flom delivers. Nice curveball to Curley. Backhands it. Delivers it across the diamond. It's high and it's out of play. Nolt on via the throwing error. And with 2 outs, Kutztown has a chance. Had to get that out quickly. Curley a little frustrated with himself. Kind of died in the grass and had to field it on the backhand. So Nolt's at second. Hitter's going to be Schuler, who's in the 9-hole, followed by Deal to lead at the top. Nolt's got a nice lead at second. Pitch goes in the dirt, 1-0. Just needs 1 more out. Flom, 13th pitch of the inning coming up. He's already thrown 8 for strikes. Curveball, beautiful break-in. 1-1. Was inside and just tailed right in the middle of the zone. Nothing you can do about that as Schuler. A little bit of a longer windup. Flom gets ready. It's back to Flom, and he's going to deliver it to Disapatino at first, and that's going to end the inning. Saints are unscathed, and we are to the bottom of the 6th. Kutztown with just 3 outs remaining. Saints hopefully can add some runs on to go ahead, and we will see what happens then. Thank you again for listening to the Student Sportscast. Matthias returns to deal. He delivers strike one on the outside. The hitter is going to be Rodriguez. No reason not to send Matthias back out there. He's been incredible today. No earned runs, just 4 hits in 5 innings. 1 walk, 6 strikeouts. Delivers a fastball on the outside for ball 1. It's 1-1. Fastball low, but called for a strike. Rodriguez not wanting to swing at it. 1-2 now. Matthias, 80 pitches so far today. Be surprising if he stays in past this. 2-2. Matthias kicks and deals. The pitch swung at on the outside for strike 3. First out of the inning. Shock in the 4-hole. He stands tall. Tall stance as well. 1-0. Pitch went low. Hitting cleanup. Shock is 1 for 2 with an extra base hit today. Sees a pitch high, 2-0. On the inside, brushes him off 3-0. Not giving anything good in this at-bat. Just a pitch away from his second walk today. And there it is. Oh, called for a strike. Never mind. Beautiful frame job by Gilbert. 3-1. And it's up the middle, and he's going to be on first base either way. Schalk with his second hit of the day reaches base for the Saints, and he is the go-ahead run. On the 3-0, the fastball looked very much inside, but I don't get paid to umpire. So, doesn't change the outcome. Berks Catholic either way as a guy on first. Aiden Curley looking to deliver. He's 0 for 2 today. Curley hitting .262 this season. Sees a ball on the outside. It's 1-0. One out in the inning. When Rodriguez is strikeout. This is Matthias' 7th. And he's going to try to pick off Shock at first. No good. He's going to show bunt, but it's going to be called for a strike either way. He pulls back to 1-1. Curley preemptively shows bunts again, and he gets it down. It's down the first baseline, and Deal makes the play, but they move him on up, and the runner's on scoring position. 2 outs. Dom Valent trying to capitalize, drive him in, and put the Saints ahead. Valent, wearing number 8, 0 for 2 today, stands in the lefty batter's box. Obviously, because he is a lefty. 2 outs. No shift on him. In fact, it looks like center field and left fielder shifted a little left on the lefty, which is interesting alignment. And it pays off. It's right out to left center, and they're going to make the play. Adam Dunn makes the catch, and he was right there to make it. Kutztown gets it done on defense with smart thinking. An opposite field fly out sends us to the 7th. Kutztown looking to go ahead. Berks Catholic trying to send it to the bottom of the 7th with the chance to walk it off. Flom returns to the mound for Berks Catholic. It's a tense one. Berks Catholic scored 1 in the first, and they've been shut out by Matthias ever since. Meanwhile, Kutztown scored in the top of the 4th. That was from Ryan Walters. It was a sack bunt by Walters. And Kutztown scored on that. So it's 1-1. Flom getting ready for his first hit of the inning. It's a strike. It's going to be the lefty Deal at the top of the lineup. 1 strike. Deal. It's down in right field, and it's going to be in for extra bases. No, it's not. Deal stops halfway through. And right fielder Shock able to get to it pretty quickly and effectively. So I was wrong. Deal only held to just a single. And Gilbert trying to advance him. Gilbert's 1 for 2 today. Has a walk. Flom a little bit of a jam to start the inning. And they're going to bunt. And it's way high. It's one of the highest bunts you'll ever see, but it's way foul as well. 1 strike. Finally, we see a Kutztown bunt that comes on the first pitch of the at-bat. Gilbert digs in. Went 1 for 2 last night. Had the sole RBI of the game for the Cougars. And he's going to run. Rodriguez tries to cut him down and just bobbles past Fiddler on a tough bounce. And Deal The go-ahead run is in scoring position. The pitch was a strike, so it will be 0-2. But double play ball no longer in effect. And force out at second, also no longer in effect. Gilbert having a chat with the third base coach. Only thing on his mind is to put this in play and hopefully advance or score deal. Wind is picking up. It's better than rain. Flum takes a look back at second, delivers. Curveball jams him behind the plate and out of play. So he's staying alive. It's 2 strikes now. Likely would have been called a strike, but Gilbert does a good job at getting that out of play. Doesn't want to work with that one. Flum takes a look down, and umpire takes time. Two strike count, no outs, runner on second. Tie ball game at 1. Big situation for Henry Flum. Fastball in the middle of the plate, pops him up. Rodriguez trying to track it, but it's out of play. At bat will continue. Gilbert with a great job at selecting the pitch that he wants to put in play. That being said, there are no balls in this count. It's just 2 strikes, 0-2. Get no outs. Deal at second. Not a very far lead. On the outside, curveball, 1-2. Clock strikes 1. We've been going for about 2 hours now. And we are in the 7th. Top 7. Hopefully, I don't think either team particularly wants to go to extras. Gilbert to right field, and it's tracked down. Shaw gets to it and makes a nice throw, prevents Deal from advancing, and it's exactly what Berks Catholic wants there. They're going to have a mound visit and have a chat with Flon. What is the strategy for getting these next 2 outs? I could not tell you. That's why I'm the broadcaster and the coach out there. That's why they're having the chat. Ideally, you'd want to prevent the ball from going into play, but between Fiddler and Flom, just 1 strikeout, and that came from Fiddler, so no Ks for Flom through 1 1/3. The hitter is going to be Matthias, who's 0 for 3 today, but I'm sure that he's hungry to drive in a run and not have to pitch extras. If he could secure his complete game with no earned runs allowed, he could be pretty happy. Thies has put the ball in play every at-bat so far. And he puts it in play again, right to the second baseman, Fiddler, and he's going to double him up. Fiddler makes the catch, gets behind Deal at second, and we're headed to the bottom of the 7th. Saints with a chance to walk it off. Bottom of the 7th at Berks Catholic. We are tied at 1-1. Few big changes in regards to this lineup and the pitcher on the mound. So I did say that Matthias would had the chance to come in for a complete game, but that is no longer. It will be Chris Bergstrom, the junior, who's coming in. He's thrown 3 innings as a against Brandywine. He threw 3 innings, allowed 2 hits, 2 runs, only one of them earned, and 2 walks and 3 Ks. At the plate, it'll be Ariel Rodriguez, wearing number 26. He's pinch hitting for Mejia. So Matthias is done today. 5 hits, no earned runs, 7 strikeouts, 1 walk. Very dominant performance against a good Saints offense. So it'll be Ramirez, Disabatino, Flom, and then the top of the lineup with Stricker. Ramirez sees a pitch inside, 1-0. Nice fastball zips in. Just does not catch the zone. That fastball got in, 1-1. Ramirez, just a sophomore. Big spot for him. Trying to get something going for the Saints. And it's hit. It's ripped into left field, but caught. Nolt didn't have to move much for that one. Just shaded a little bit to his left, and he's under it. Nice off the bat of Ramirez, just a little too shallow. Disabatino's up at the plate. He's a junior. He's going to be the one who's trying to get it started now. There's 1 out now. And it's up the middle to the shortstop. And it's in time. Nice throw by Schuler. And we're just an out away from extra innings. Bergstrom, exactly what he's been looking for so far. Just 4 pitches, has recorded 2 outs already, and now it's going to be Flom, who's back into hit in the 9-hole. 1-0. There's a curveball on the outside. 2 outs. Stricker will follow. Fastball catches the zone on the outside, 1-1. This is not a bad spot for Berks Catholic at all. Would prefer to have one of those guys on and work with that, but if Flom were to get on, you do have Stricker following. Now it's 1-2. And Bergstrom's just the pitch away from ending this inning. 2 outs, 2 strikes, 1 ball. Bergstrom in his windup. The pitch. Fouled off weakly to the right side. Flom staying alive. Will do anything to get on base for Stricker. Stricker with 2 hits today, one of them being an extra base hit. Flom fouls it off again, hits the ground, hits him. 1-2, the count stays. 2 outs. This at-bat alone has taken up more pitches than the 2 at-bats prior. Flom gets ready, sees the pitch, it's a high fastball, 2-2. No temptation to swing. Flom comes in with baby blue helmet, bat same color, and he fouls it off again off his foot this time. Remains 2-2. Again, we are tied 1-1. Berks Catholic has not scored since the first inning. It's an unearned run. Flom to the left side. He's going to have to be there quick. And they make the play at first. Schuler coming in and records the out, and we are headed to extra innings. If you're not already following me on social media, my handle is at Adam Cook Journalism on most things. That includes Facebook, Instagram, YouTube here. If you want to check my Twitter, I do provide live updates for a ton of games with Spotlight on Berks Sports and then other typical updates. That is Adam Cook 26. You can also just look up Adam Cook Journalism for that too. So, we head to the top of the 8th. We are in extras and do or die. Well, not necessarily do or die. But both teams looking to capitalize. Flom returns to the mound for his third inning. He's allowed just one hit, no strikeouts. He's recorded all 6 in play. Chris Bergstrom sees the plate now for the Cougars. He was in the game in relief to pitch. Got the job done for them. 1-0 is the count as a curveball low in the dirt. Bergstrom today, 1 for 3, scored their only run. And the pitch, curveball high at the letters. Called for a strike though, 1-1. Flom looking for a quick inning. He has a 1-1 count. Could say it's working towards him. Fouled off his foot. Now it's definitely working towards him at 1-2. Just 2 walks for the Cougars today. Only 1 for the Saints. Neither team afraid to swing. 1-2. And he swings at that one in the dirt. It's a curveball for strike 3. First out of the inning, Henry Flom with his first strikeout of the day. And a good spot for the Saints. Looking to keep it tied and walk it off in the bottom of the inning. To the right side, Fiddler makes the play and second out of the inning. Done. Just weak contact on the first pitch, swinging, and that's the second out of the inning. Hitter's now going to be Walters. He's 0 for 3. Did drive in the sole run of the day, though, on a sac bunt that kind of sent the Saints into a frenzy. Flom the first pitch, a breaking ball fouled off behind the plate. Walters playing right field today. Stands at an average height. Tall stance, though. Not much break in his knees. Second strike delivered, a fastball not swung out on the outside. 0-2 is the count now. Just a strike away from ending the top of the 8th here. Flom looks him down. He's getting ready. As I said earlier, a little long windup. Sidearm delivery in for a breaking ball fouled off behind the plate. Two strike count in the favor of Flom. 2 outs. Delivers, breaking ball flared into center field. Fiddler not able to make the catch behind his head. And a little bit of a collision out there. Fiddler gets up, and they're okay. Walters with his first hit of the day. He's now 1 for 4 with an RBI. So Cougars with some life. Battling down on an 0-2 count. He gets on. Now it's going to be Knutson. He's 1 for 3 today. He has a chance to score the go-ahead runner at first. Nice curveball just inside. 1-0. Again, 2 outs, 1-0 is the count. Henry Flom dealing on the mound. They're going to show bunt, and this runner's going to try and steal, and he gets there. So, failed bunt. They send him on the play. Walters is in at second, and now he's 90 feet closer to providing the go-ahead. Flom's just trying to get any out possible. Breaking ball goes outside. 3-0 is the count. So opposite of what we saw last time. Walters battles down on a 2-strike count. Gets a single into the outfield. So 0-2 last time. Now is 3-0 here. Cougars just a pitch away from getting a second man on base. If you are to score as Kutztown, you may as well add on 2. Knutson again, 1 strikeout today, just 1 of 2 for Kutztown. But not much risk of striking out here. 2 outs, 3-0. The pitch to Knutson. Just called for a strike on the inside. It's a nice fastball painted on the corner, 3-1. On the outside again, some nice movement. 3-2, the count's full. He's worked back. Flom, a nice at bat. 6th pitch coming up. Walters is going to be running. It's 3-2, 2 outs. He's not running, actually. Right up the middle, Flom gets it in front of him, makes the play, and the Saints keep him at bay. Game remains tied at 1-1. They're going to try to end it here in the bottom of the 8th. Both teams trying to end it as soon as possible. Berks Catholic has a chance at the plate now, and Kutztown with another game at 6:30 tonight does not want to use up any more arms. It's Bergstrom on the mound still for his second inning, and if they have to use another reliever, it would be their fifth pitcher in 2 games. Then they'd have to use another 1 or 2 tonight. So not an ideal situation for the Cougars. Berks Catholic also does not want to use any more because, again, they used 5 in that Reading doubleheader and another 2 against Hamburg. No, actually, correction there. Schroeder did pitch both games against Reading. Had a few innings against both of them. Pitch to Stricker goes high. It's 1-0. Stricker fouls it off to the right side, 1-1. Again, he's 2 for 3 today. Has a single and a double. Scored their only run. Fastball up and in. Called for a strike, 1-2. Not sure he liked that call, but regardless, 1-2 strike count now. A little doubt about whether he'd even be here. It looked like he came up weird on a diving play. And Stricker right down the middle in for a base hit, and the go-ahead run is on first base. And remember, Stricker can run. So the Saints star and their leadoff hitter is looking to score his second run of the day, and the Saints' second run of the day would be enough to win it. Mikey Fiddler, of course, the starter of today's game. He's a senior. He was honored today along with Stricker and 3 others. Fiddler would love to put it away here, and he shows bunt. Pulls back. It's ball 1. Not a good pitch to give a bunt on. I mean, Fiddler kept Kutztown at bay for 3 innings, only allowed 1 run, and stayed in for 6. Excuse me, stayed in for 5. Flom has pitched the last 3. He's done a great job as well. Fiddler's working on a 1-0 count. It's Bergstrom on the mound still. And Fiddler shows bunt, and they're going to try to get Stricker back door, but he's not going to be able to. It's 1-1. Little too late to try that backdoor attempt on the bunt. Fiddler looks like he might show again. May not. It's 1-1. And he is. And he's going to get it down right to the center of the field, and he's not there in time at first. But they move Stricker up 90 feet. It's the first out of the inning. They have 2 to work with. And again, they still have the heart of their lineup up. It's Rodriguez followed by Schock and Curley. Rodriguez hitting .385 this season. He's 0 for 3 today. If there's any guys that you want up in this position with Stricker on first, it's probably Rodriguez and Schock. Or Fiddler, of course. A great top of the lineup. Looked like Rodriguez wanted to swing at it, but he doesn't. It's a curveball that comes in for strike 1. It's 0-1. Fouls it off to the right side, and he's quickly down 0-2. Nice at-bat so far by Bergstrom. Bergstrom has no strikeouts so far today. Has thrown 21 pitches. Fouls it off again behind the plate. He's staying alive. Looked like it stung his left hand a little bit. Again, 1 out. Runner on second. He's in scoring position. That's Stricker. Rodriguez at the plate with Schock to follow. Chop to the left side, just foul. Knutson was there to make the play and deliver it right to first on a bare hand, but is not able to on the foul ball. Rodriguez a little slow to come back to the plate. He's getting ready. Big spot for him. Big spot for Bergstrom. It's a tense game. It's a tight one. It's an important one. Winner of this game, believe, will lead their division. The loser will not. And they're going to take time. Can the Saints walk it off at home? Would be the second walk-off of the Student Sportscast in just 4 games. This game was supposed to be played just under 2 weeks ago. Rodriguez fouls it up, and it's, can't really see it. Oh, it's behind the pitcher's mound. There it is, second out of the inning. They're there to make the play. I will be completely transparent when I say that I had absolutely no idea where that ball was, but thankfully Walters does, and he saw it, and he made the play. So now it's Schock up at the plate with Rodriguez flying out on a 2-strike count. Schock's 2 for 3 today. Did strike out. On the outside, called for a ball. 1-0 is the count. Good start to the at-bat for Schock. Has a chance to end in the swing of the bat, and they're going to intentionally walk him. Runners on first and second now, and they're too scared to see Schock. They're going to see Curley, who 0 for 2 today. Now Curley is the one with the chance to end it. Bergstrom needs just one more out to send it to the 9th. Curley sees a curveball on the inside, called for a strike, 0-1 count. Curley, guys on first and second. Bergstrom steps off for a sec. Get some flies around him. I can speak for all of us at Berks Catholic when we say we should have brought bug spray. 1-1's the count. 2 outs. Two outs, Curley at the plate. And the pitch, curveball, comes in for strike number 2. 1-2. Bergstrom just a pitch away from ending it. Bergstrom getting ready to deliver. He's swinging at a low pitch on the inside. It's fouled off to the left. 1-2, so the count stays. Shecker does have the speed to score on a single up the middle. Depends how far Curley would hit it, but is he even going to hit it? We'll see. He is going to hit it to the right side, but tracking it is Walters in right field, and he's right under it to make the catch. We are headed to the 9th inning, tied 1-1 at Berks Catholic. take a look at some upcoming action for Berks baseball today. It's just this game at 11. So we've been going for about 2.5 hours now. And then Liberty at Wilson. That game not at Wilson West. It'll be at First Energy Stadium tonight. That starts at 6 o'clock. So Flom returns the mound and does a pop-up to the right side. Rodriguez tracking it down. Makes the catch for the first out. Not an ideal situation for Rodriguez to try and make that catch, but he does regardless, and a little frustration coming from Nolt. First pitch swinging, gets him out. So Schuler is now the hitter in the 9-hole. Taking a look at some Berks baseball standings, Governor Mifflin sits at 16-1, leads Berks 1, 9-0, or 9-0 in league. Fastball is high, ball number 1. Twin Valley 6-3 in league, leads Division 2 over Fleetwood. They are 10-5. Berks Catholic also 10-5, 6-2 in league, trying to retain that spot. If they were to lose, Wyomissing does go over them in league standings. 1-1's the count now. Strike delivered by Flom to Schuler. Saints will play Wyomissing on the Student Sportscast next week. That is at Alice Field in West Lawn, and they're going to show a bunt. An incredible diving catch by Flom. Wow. It hung just for a couple of seconds. It's enough for Flom to lay out and make the diving catch for the second of the inning. Wow. It's going to hurt him a little bit. His hand, he landed on it a little weird, I believe. But, wow. That is the effort you want in a game like this. To stay on top of the division, to beat a fellow Berks school in the 9th inning. And they're going to take a look at him. And he will return. Not much of a concern there. Believe they'll let him throw a few pitches before. Nope, they're not going to let him throw any warm-up pitches. He will just get right into this next at-bat. Oh, maybe they will. Let's see what they're doing. Yep, he's throwing some extra pitches. So, Deal, Gilbert, and Matthias will follow. It's the top of the lineup with 2 outs for Kutztown. They're trying to get anything started to hopefully win this game and send it to the bottom of the 9th with the lead. But the way Flom's been pitching, that may not be as likely. Back to divisional standings in Berks. Berks Catholic, as I said, 10-5, leads Berks 3 by half a game. Excuse me, I believe they lead by 1 game. Berks 4, Kutztown leads by half a game over Ole Valley. That loss to Fleetwood did not count towards Berks standings because Fleetwood in Berks 2, only games between 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 count. Ole trails Kutztown by half a game. Cougars did lose to Ole. They'll play him again soon. 2 outs. Deal with the plate. Pitches on the outside. Ball 1 delivered by Flom. Strike 1 delivered. It had some nice break on the outside. Catches the zone 1-1. A great defensive inning for Berks Catholic. Are they able to ride that into the 9th by keeping it tied? Or into the bottom of the 9th, should I say. Umpire takes time. Flom is thrown 3 2/3. Just 2 hits. 1 strikeout. And it's lined into center field. Valen under it, makes the catch, and we are headed to the bottom of the 9th, tied at 1-1. Nothing's changing here. Berks Catholic, another chance to walk it off. Berks Catholic with a chance to end it here. It's the bottom of the ninth. Dom Vallon, who put away the top of the inning on a flyout, made the catch with ease. He will see the plate to lead it off for Berks Catholic. They are at the lower half of the lineup. It's Vallon followed by Ramirez, who was pinch hitting for Mejia. Believe it will still be Ramirez. Disabatina will follow, and then Flom. So the lefty Vallon trying to get something started against Bergstrom. Righty-lefty matchup. Curveball just catches the outside. Nice frame again by Gilbert, who's been pretty good at that all night. Did a good job last night as well. Helped get pitchers the calls they need. Another breaking ball. Up and in, 1-1. Update on earlier, Mejia will be the one hitting. Fastball high, 2-1. That one to the left side. It's in for a base hit. And it's going to be just a single, but it's exactly what they needed. Runner on first, no outs still. And Mejia trying to keep things going. A nice piece of opposite field hitting. Falls in just in fair play. And they're going to send a pinch runner out for Vallon. It's going to be, let's check on who that is. #21 Jack Wenzel stands in at first. That is the courtesy runner. Victor Mejia tries to show up on and pops it up behind the plate out of play. Runner on first, no outs. Count now has a strike. Bergstrom, 35 pitches so far. Likely can go a little bit longer if they were to need him to. I'm assuming they don't want to add on another pitcher. They try to pick him off at first. Again, Wenzel at first. Mejia showing bunt again. A nice bunt to the left side. And he slips on the mound. Wow, what an effort. So, Bergstrom, who fell down making the play, throws it sitting down and makes the play to deal it first. And Mejia just not in time for the single. Not sure what they would have called it, but wow, what an effort by Bergstrom. And both pitchers just doing anything they can to keep their team, keep the game tied. So the sac bunt is effective regardless. Would have been nice to have no outs for the Saints, but Brock Schroeder, who was into courtesy run earlier, he is now into hit. Schroeder known more of a hitter, but he'll be hitting for Disabatino, who did go 0 for 3 today. Schroeder with chance. They've had multiple chances to end it. Can they put it away here? We will see. Schroeder stands in, sees the first pitch, swinging at a fastball on the inside, it's strike one. Bergstrom. Big spot. Looks at second. Nice contact, just goes well foul to the right. Schroeder down 0-2 now. It'll be Flom. It'll be Flom followed by Stricker. It's reminiscent to the 7th where they had the bottom of the lineup. Could have had Stricker come in to walk it off. Schroeder to the left side. Can they make the play? They cannot. There's no throw. Schroeder in with an infield sinker. Schuler just cannot gather it in time. Didn't necessarily bobble it, just not able to make the throw there. So runners on first and second, one out. It's going to be Flom. So unless Flom were to ground into a double play, looks like Stricker will have a chance to end it. Unless Flom does it himself. Flom with one out. He has runners on first and second. Flom, the pitcher, has been great over the past couple innings. And sacrifice bunt. It sails past third base! He's coming in. Wenzel scores, and Berks Catholic wins it on a sacrifice bunt and a throwing error. Berks Catholic is going to win it. Flom throws a masterpiece in relief and wins it. They're going to throw all the Gatorade on him. That is the ball game. Berks Catholic will remain atop while missing. Heading into a crucial game next week with them. They stay ahead. Kutztown in second place will fall to second place in their division now. An incredible game. Spanned 9 innings. And it is finally over after just under 3 hours here at Berks Catholic. So that is it. 7 hits, 2 runs for Berks Catholic. 7 hits, 1 run for Kutztown. Took a while, but let's take a look at some outstanding performances from today. So we kept talking about Stricker, who obviously is one of the best pitchers in Berks right now. 3 for 4 as well at the plate, 1 run. Fiddler goes 1 for 3, Shock 2 for 3, and they intentionally walked him. They didn't want to see him. That did benefit them in the 8th, but in the 9th, it is Berks Catholic who is on top. For Kutztown, Dunn goes 2 for 4, Walters 1 for 4 with the sole RBI, and Bergstrom 1 for 4 scores the sole run, and Bergstrom does take the loss, throws 2 1/3, but not a bad outing. No earned runs, 1 run, and 3 hits. No earned runs for the starters, 6 innings behind Colt Mathias, 5 hits for him, 7 strikeouts. And the winning pitcher for the Saints is going to be Flom, who did have the walk-off hit, 2 hits, 4 innings, and a strikeout. Fiddler himself only had 1 strikeout as well, but allowed just 1 run on 5 hits in 5 innings. So that's going to do it for our coverage. Berks Catholic, we will see them again. They will play Brandywine on Monday and Wyomissing at the Berks Baseball Showcase on Wednesday. And then they will conclude their season against Schuylkill Valley on Friday. For the Cougars, they will see New Oxford. That will be tonight. So they will try to take a piece and get back in the win column. They'll play Ole, followed by Antietam, Blue Mountain, and Twin Valley. So a lot to go for them and a pretty tough schedule, but they're trying to win Berks 4 again. So we will be back again, as I said. It'll be me and Carson Zadizan on the call on Wednesday. We will also be back at Kutztown for softball on Monday. That'll be for WEU. So me and Carson for the Student Sportscast, that'll be our final presentation of the year at the Berks Baseball Showcase. Mikey Fiddler, the backflip. Shout-outs to him. Great start. Great at the plate. And another one for the Saints. They're having fun. They're appreciating that win. Yes, well, we will see them against why missing a crucial game for Berks 3 at 4:15, and then at 7 o'clock it's Governor Mifflin and Daniel Boone. So Governor Mifflin, who had just taken their first loss of the season, is challenged by Daniel Boone in a league game that is Berks 1 and 2. So thank you all for listening. A great game, lasted just under 3 hours, and we will see you on Wednesday. Thank you for tuning in. That is all from me. I am Adam Cook.